Swadika. Whether it's the Namaste in India or the Swadika of Thailand, there is so much similarities in both the cultures that I cannot stop myself from feeling one with that country. I think when I'm talking about similarities, I definitely have to mention the food. Of course, the culture, the art, the people, the vibe of Thailand is something that resonates with every Indian, and of course, you can count me on that list. But the food is something that really has always, made me travel to Thailand. Whether it's, the similarity in the eating habits, whether you see the amazing, the rice, the mango sticky rice is something that I love. The spices, the palate is so common with the traditional East Indian cuisine. I'm a Bengali, I am from the east of India, so I eat a lot of rice, and every time I go to Thailand, I cannot stop myself from trying out all the amazing dishes they make, and especially with the local cuisines that's made with the local spices there. I would always take some of the local spices and bring them back to India, but now I know that there are a lot of them available here in India. So whether it's the Thai basil dishes, or the red Thai curries or the green Thai curries, of course the rice and the huge spread of desserts and sweets, and of course the similarity of finding coconut and the presence of coconut in the cuisine of Thailand, which is very similar to the cuisine and palate of south of India. The use of rice, which is very similar to the palate of east of India. Whether they use the spices, which is very traditional from the west of India, and like every East Indian, the complete, and like every and like the entire India, the love for food that resonates with the people of Thailand. So I definitely go back to Thailand for the food, the people, of course the shopping, and I love the fact that Thailand welcomes you with so much fun and so much love. I hope to see you in Thailand, and I hope we can go to Thailand very soon. Until then, Thailand's on my mind.
Thailand on my mind, and I think the first thing I think of when I think of Thailand is food. And there is a reason why. From north to south, from east to west, Thai food has so much to offer. Every time I look at Thailand, I realize that different provinces, and every different province has something new to offer me. Be it the sausages from Chiang Mai or the prawns from Krabi, I think the best part about Thailand is discovering something new food-wise every time I go there. And every time I go there, I do have the promise of something new, which is what makes me incredibly happy to go Thailand every single time.
Sawasdee krab. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we welcome you to the themed discussion on Thai and Bengali cuisine. The objective is to make both Indian and Thai people mutually recognize and appreciate each other's gastronomy. There are similarities and differences, and these things illustrate our shared cultural roots in more ways than you think. Today we have two special guests with us. Starting from the first, Miss Poorna Banerjee, award-winning food blogger based in Kolkata and an avid fan of Thailand. Welcome. ยินดีต้อนรับ สวัสดีครับ
สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีครับ Up next, we also have Chef Klae Somsuay from Baan Thai Restaurant, which is our current location. It's in the Oberoi Grand, Kolkata. He's a Thai chef in charge of curating Thai food at this iconic landmark. Thank you for joining us.
สวัสดีครับ สวัสดีครับ
สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีครับ The first thing on my mind when we say Thai and Bengali cuisine, then it's about the word how you call food in our respective languages. In Thai, we have the word ahan, and I believe in Bengali it's called ahar.
Ahar.
Yes. Up first, let's talk on the Bengali food side. So here with me, Poorna, how would you define the Bengali food?
So, Bengali food is a combination of health and taste. And what I love about my cuisine is the fact that we have 6 different tastes that generally is talked about. These are sweet, sour, salt, bitter, hot, and what is called koshai or astringent. Okay, these 6 elements are present in all our food. Everything that we eat constitutes a balance between these 6 elements, and everything is accompanied with rice, which is the primary staple for us, and that's what makes Bengali food so wonderful and unique.
That's great. So now let's move to the Thai food. เชฟแปะครับ How would you define Thai food?
About Thai food, it's like Thai cooking place. It's emphasis lightly prepared with strong aromatics and components at spicy. And Thai food is like use a lot of herb, fresh herb like sweet basil, hot basil, or you can call holy basil or tulsi, and kalankan, lemongrass. This is all about Thai food. No? It's very like a medicinal benefit for give to the food appearance and smell and context. And
Right.
Thai food having like just as an idea, like we had like spicy, sweet, and so on, similar to Bengali food, sweet and sour, spicy, and salty and bitter. We have 5.
I would say that some Thai food as well has some, for example, some plain soup.
Yeah.
These things may have less aroma, better for health, and many of them are aromatic, many of them are spicy, many of
Spicy, yeah.
them have strong taste, strong smell,
Okay.
but others can be like very plain, very simple as well.
Okay. Yes.
Is that
And
right?
many Thai dish popular like influence of Chinese influence. Sorry.
Okay.
Chinese influence.
That's true. Thailand is situated in Southeast Asia, so it is an intersection between South Asia on one hand and the Eastern Asia on the other hand. That
Correct.
could explain why. Last thing you mentioned was also about the appearances. There are many things that make the characteristics of the Thai food is that it's very appetizing just by merely
Right.
looking at them.
Right.
Right,
correct,
the
yeah.
colors and how you decorate things.
Correct, yeah.
Okay. Right. So now is a question for both of you. I will let each of you answer. What do you find in common between Thai food and Bengali food? What are the ingredients which are commonly used in both cuisines? Are they used in the same way or differently? Okay, starting from you, Poorna.
So, first of all, the most important staple of Thai food and the most important staple of Bengali food are the same, which is rice. We are part of the Southeast Asian rice belt, so we all eat rice, and that's the most common thing. And the way we eat rice here in Bengal, accompanied by many side dishes that we say, many things, is also very similar to the way Thai people eat their lunches, their dinners, their breakfasts. Till about 30 years ago, rice used to be the primary staple for us for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Recently, we have started kind of moving on from rice to wheat, but I have seen that primarily the food of Bengalis and the food of Thai, the ingredients, some of the ingredients are absolutely the same. We both love fishes of different kinds. Any kind of prawn, shrimp, fish, we would love to go after it. We also eat meat, which are very similar to how the food is made there. And a lot of the recipes that we see have very glaring similarities. That the grilled fish that we get here in Bengali, we have something called a paturi, which means fish wrapped in banana leaf. It is very similar to the way I have had something in Chiang Rai, which is called the apla. If I'm
Okay.
And that one, when I had it, I actually saw it and I thought, oh my god, this looks familiar. This looks very familiar. Let me have it. And when I opened the banana leaf wrap, the first thing I saw was a very familiar sight, and that was a piece of fish. In that case, it was, I think, tilapia, and it was covered in banana leaves and grilled. And that made me connect with that city and its food so much. I went back to Chiang Rai next year.
Wow.
Yes, just to eat. Ingredients might be very similar, but the way it is presented is absolutely different. And that is what makes me go back to Thailand over and over again, because I want to eat the food presented to me in a completely brand new way, and that opens my heart up to so many new experiences that it's wonderful. Thank you.
Correct.
Wow. What about you, Subject?
I know a little bit of Bengali food.
Yes.
Like the fish paturi it was very nice. I have tasted very nice. It's very amazing food. Like kosamanso also very tasty. There are so many Bengali food I have tasted. It was very outstanding food, amazing food, and also like the way of using banana leaf. It's similar to Thailand, no? How they
Yes.
use for cooking, you know. It's very common.
Oh.
And
Yes.
As both of you were mentioning about banana leaves,
yeah.
so I think it's an opportunity that we put more light on this topic. So, my next question would be actually in Bengali food, how do you use banana leaves, and in Thai food, how do you use banana leaves?
We use banana leaves in a lot of different ways. It is not just to cook, but it is also to serve. So the most important serving dish till about 20 years ago for us would be a plain piece of banana leaf on which you would serve rice.
Rice.
And especially in weddings or in some occasion, we would always have food served to us in a banana leaf. Not just that, apart from that, the most interesting thing about banana leaf is because it is wrapped in different ways. We would use it to wrap, of course, our paturi, but also there are a lot of dishes which are steamed, and these dishes would be often steamed on banana leaf because banana leaf has this quality of not sticking to things. So if you are trying to cook something, steam something, and you have no other thing to steam it with, what you do is you wrap it in banana leaf and throw it in a pot of rice, and by the time the rice is cooked, the banana leaf will do its work. So a lot of times we use banana leaf in different purposes. And what we also do is when we are grilling food or when we are coal smoking something, then often we would put the banana leaf, a double layer of banana leaf at the bottom, put whatever we are putting on top of it, wrap it, and then we would put it inside the burning coals. And again, by the time the coal turns into ashes, the food will be cooked. So this is something that we do a lot.
Banana leaf, like we use like for cooking food, for as a festival as well.
Right. So we have some examples, right,
Yeah,
to show?
we have examples.
Okay. So we take here, these are the banana leaves, and how we prepare
Okay.
banana leaves in different ways. Okay. So what are your examples?
This is like we fold like this to make a dessert. We call the khanum. Khanum, it made of sticky rice or stuffed with something inside. Then we steam it. We call khanum.
Yes. How we use banana leaves as wrappers.
Wrapper, yeah.
Yeah. Instead of plastic, we
And
use
they
this,
use it.
and they can be in different shapes. This one is pyramid shape.
Pyramid shape.
Yes, you can see. Right, but there are other shapes as well.
Other shape also like it. This is we call like a katong, something like that.
Yes.
It's banana wrap and fold with the
Right.
folding like this and plug with the.
There's a skewer.
Skewer with the.
Right.
I think it's
In the
toothpicks,
middle.
no? Something like
Yes,
that.
yes. To attach the
Yeah.
separate pieces together.
It look
Right.
beautiful. this one.
So you can hold it like this. Yes.
And another
You can
one,
take a
we
look.
make like kathong, like what do you call this one?
Krathong, yes. So
Kathong,
it's a
yes,
container, a bowl.
Container, a bowl. It can be put meat inside and steam, or it can be veg also in this tray, like that. It's very very easy. Like I think it's similar to
It is similar to
Bengali
yes.
food, no? Like
Yes, I really love the the packaging. It's so
Yes.
nice.
So actually inside are Bengali sweets. We don't have Thai sweets here, but see, we can do the mixed cross-culture things. Yes, you can see it closely. This one, if you see it, there are 4 corners that we attach the skewers with. So it has a shape of a container of a bowl, and it can contain water as well.
this one. Also, it look like pyramid, no? But different way from the
Yes.
beginning. Yeah.
This one is it doesn't look flat, but this
Yeah.
one on the side it's flat, and there are differences. Actually, it's very subtle difference, but for Thais, they would notice immediately that inside is a different kind of desserts.
Yeah.
This one is one kind of dessert. This one different kind. This one again another kind. I want to show this one.
It's
This
also
is-
beautiful. Yeah.
Yes, this is a form similar to a lotus.
Lotus,
Yes,
yeah.
a bloom lotus. We can use skewers, or we can use today's materials such as this one, staplers. Yes. Okay, so we can put food like this, and it provides extra beauty to the food inside. Actually, apart from the color, it's also about the shape. This one is a container, and it has only 2 corners. So this is a different way. Lastly, this is a little bit different. This one is taller, this one is
Taller, yeah.
shorter. Yes. So this is again a different kind of food dessert which is inside. Now coming to the last one, just want to show you here. This is a well prepared piece of example that far beyond the Thai food. We use banana leaves in different kinds of crafts to make artistic things, but they are not bound to last forever. They are for some particular ceremonies. For example, religious ceremonies, we can put this as the base. After that, we place different flowers, different offerings, and we can use this one along with this tray with pedestal, which in Thai we call Baan. We use it to pay respect to the elders, to pay respect to members of family and also teachers. We can also offer to almighty beings. These are only the simple samples just to show you. Now, let's get to the final part, the most juicy part, let's say. So, for both of our guests, how would you conclude about the similarities between the Thai and the Bengali food? Starting from you, Chef Klae ครับ
I would like to say the Thai food and Bengali food somehow it's look similarity, but very different way of preparation, cooking style. Or Thai food is most ingredient used is Chinese influence, sauce like soya sauce, oyster sauce. On about this even noodle and all this
Okay.
from Chinese.
Those are
influence.
seasoning sauces.
Yeah, seasoning
don't,
sauces.
don't exist in Bengali
Yeah.
food.
But Bengali food is like Indian subcontinent, and in Bangladesh to Assam, like combined like that.
Right, so there are some
Yeah.
traits in common
Yes,
in this region.
Yeah, region.
Right.
Place.
Um,
The Indian they use masala, spicy like chili powder, turmeric powder. This is all commons for the food. But Thailand is very similarly to Chinese.
Right,
sauces.
right, right. We don't use
on kind of masala.
Yeah, those powders we don't
Yes,
have.
yes, we don't have.
It's rather in a kind of paste,
In
right?
a kind of paste, it's
Chili paste.
chili
like that.
paste. It's use of lemongrass, kalankan, onion, garlic. This is very main ingredients for the making paste and all. But in that we don't have a masala. It's the most using heavily like coconut milk. Different kind of food also, like we have like southern, northern, and northeast. Northeast is Laotian influence. Like we have a lot of things similar to Lao, and southern is Malaysian influence. They had a lot of seafood, abundance of seafood, like green prawns, and heavily use of turmerics and coconut milk.
Oh.
Southern, yeah, and
Oh,
very
right.
spicy food. And the central, like Bangkok and all, it's like most of Chinese influence from Shaoshu, people who are make up a majority of Thai and Chinese. You know, like come to Northern, it's like also some of these in Myanmar influence
Yes.
like that, like khao soi and on khao soi, and one of famous pork they called pork hang lei.
Hang
That
lei
also cooking style, it's Myanmar influence. You know,
The Bengali food is not heavily into spices. We are, but most of the spices that we use, and especially when it comes to cooking Bengali food, most of them are used very judiciously. Like we don't use a lot of it until unless there is a reason for us to use it. Also, it depends on the freshness of the ingredients. If the ingredients are fresh, we do not need to add so much. One thing that I feel is very important as a difference between Thai and Bengali food is that we do not use things like fish sauce,
yes.
Right.
So we don't use it. We use something called shutki, which is
Shutki?
dried fish.
Dried fish. Yeah.
But we do not use that fish sauce, the extract of fish. And that's interesting because it's very Thai. It's something that's very unique to that country. And every time I go to Thailand, I don't know, this is I think my own, I would say this is my own
Observation.
mental bias. But I think the moment I enter Bangkok, even from the airport, I think the air has that salty fish sauce, that nampla heat to it. And that's what makes me happy. So every time I go there, I run to the streets and I look at the food that's being cooked.
Okay.
And the way it is being cooked is very different from what we have here.
Right.
But also similar because Kolkata has the Chinatown. So when I look at it, I see so much of similarity and so much of interesting things between our culture and yours. Is that makes me very, very happy to be in a country like that, which is why also I run to Bangkok when I'm feeling like I need to eat good food. So
Thank you for thinking about us.
thank you so
Right.
much for providing that kind of a space, because it's such a great melting pot of different cultures.
Right, right. So as you can see, I have to thank our invited guests, so Chef Klae and Poorna Banerjee, for reminding us how food can serve as an element to bring about happiness and exchanges among the peoples of different cultures. Joy Thailand, Joy Bangla. Dhonnobat. ขอบคุณครับ
ขอบคุณครับ
ขอบคุณค่ะ
Hashtag Thailand on my mind.
Hello everyone! Today we will demonstrate the use of natural materials to decorate Thai food. Banana leaves. Banana leaf craft is a cultural identity of Thailand that has been around for a long time. For the banana leaves, Thai people in the past used them as containers for snacks or food. They are resistant to heat and can be popularly used to make different ceremonial objects such as Bai Si, traditional celebration of coming to life, broadly practiced in the northeastern part of Thailand, or Isan, Gratong, floating raft released into open water as a way to chase away bad luck during the Loi Krathong festival. Decorations on top of golden trays with pedestal or pan, along with fresh flowers for paying respects to parents, seniors in the family and teachers. And also, they can be used in the same way as flower vases.
For this episode, today we'll demonstrate the use of banana leaves as natural materials to decorate Thai food. They're also an alternative wrap and container for food without using plastic. Here they are in front of you. The equipment that you use first are the banana leaves. Second, you need wooden skewers, or they can be a mid-rib of coconut leaf, or it can be staplers. Next, scissors, then a ruler. Today we'll teach two styles of banana leaf containers. The first one is a four-cornered banana leaf bowl, or กระทงใบตองสี่มุม.
First of all, for the Krathong Baitong 4 corner, we will use the 2 pieces of the banana leaf. You have to cut the banana leaf in the circle shape. You will take 2 banana leaf and you have to cut banana leaf in the circle shape like this. Once we cut the banana leaf in the circle shape like this, we paste this both sides together and we will use this coconut to stick it. First, we have to hold the banana leaf and tie into the corner at this shape, and you use the coconut to catch it. That's right. So we will go to another corner. So we will make the 4 corners like this. For the second one that I would like to show you, it will be like this one. It's the same. We will use the banana leaf. So we will cut in the shape. We will cut in the shape like this. Same shape, but the size, one should be the smaller, one should be bigger. We will put the banana as what I show you, upside down. One is bigger and one is smaller. Then you put the food. So what I have today is some sweet, Bengali sweet, Rashgulla. So I will show you how to wrap it. We lift up the banana leaf from the both sides in the middle. This shape like this, and then from the corner we lift it up, fold it up. And we close it.
So this is a finished product.
These are only simple examples of how to make Thai banana leaf containers. There can be more complicated patterns and crafts. Traditionally, Thai people are very particular about the way we make banana leaves containers or wraps. Because of that particularity, We can immediately identify what snack or food is inside by merely seeing the outside of the banana leaf containers. I guarantee that it is very easy. Banana leaves can help make food or snacks become more colorful, appetizing, fragrant, and retain heat for a long time. Most importantly, they're also natural materials, hence environmentally friendly. Love Mother Earth. Make banana leaf containers and dream about Thai food. Thank you for watching, and please click like and share this video.
Hashtag Thailand on my mind.
The ingredients of much of the Thai food you have had or will be having while traveling in Thailand can be found at a food market like this one. A visit to Thailand is incomplete without a trip to at least one food market. Here we will walk you through an array of aromatic herbs, tempting spices, organic vegetables, and fresh ingredients for healthy and delicious Thai food.
Fresh food markets in Thailand are often decades old but full of freshness. They are always full of vendors and buyers. The markets are immaculate and brightly lit, allowing shoppers to easily snap up what is in their shopping list. The fresh food market here is where the farm meets the city. Exotic fruits, seasonal vegetables, fresh seafood, sweets, and even cooked food are reasonably priced.
You will find a wide selection of prepared curry paste. Green curry, red curry, or massaman curry, you name it, and the vendor backs it up for you to take back home to cook. ผัดพริกขิงนี่อยากได้3ขีดอะค่ะ There is a reason when people say they love Thai food. Thai food is flavorful with a balance of sweet, salty, and sour. It involves a more intense reaction with your taste buds, making it easy to enjoy eating. Other than its vibrant flavor, Thai food is relatively healthy.
During the COVID-19 pandemic, the World Health Organization has suggested that good food is good medicine. Vegetables, fruits, nuts, and whole grains are the answer to a healthy diet. Thai cuisine is full of fresh herbs and spices. You'll find them everywhere, especially in curries and soups. All herbs and spices that play a big part in Thai cooking have medicinal properties. They can keep you in good health if you eat them regularly.
With its soothing lemon scent, this lemongrass is one of the main ingredients in tom yam kung, tom kha gai, and many Thai dishes. This aromatic grass helps reduce fever, aids digestion, and soothes intestinal infections. Lemongrass also relieves stress, anxiety, and fatigue. That's why spa treatment in Thailand serves hot lemongrass tea and uses its essential oil in aromatherapy massage.
Kaffir lime, galangal, and holy basil have many health benefits as they treat high blood pressure, fight cold, Chili, too, makes many mouth-watering Thai dishes that you'll always ask for more. These fiery berries are high in vitamin C and A. You might not want to cook during your holiday in Thailand, but a visit to the market is always an eye-opener.
This is Luk Prakop, a herbal compressed ball. This cute little ball is ideal for alleviating pain, stiff muscles, chronic backache and chronic stress. This is such an excellent deal for traditional healing.
The ingredients inside the herbal ball are similar to the ingredients in Thai food. They are lemongrass, kaffir lime, tamarind leaves, turmeric, and some other aromatic herbs.
Walking through the Thai food market, you would then agree to let food be your medicine.
By the year 2050, there'll be 3 billion more mouths to feed than today. Yet even today, we're struggling to keep up with the growing demand for food. That's why investors across the globe are setting out to find where in the world the solution is going to come from.
Food preservative spray that prolong the shelf life of fresh cut fruit by up to 15 days, helping keep food naturally fresh from farm to table.
Investors increasingly recognize that Thailand offers a rare blend of ingredients, from climate, location, resources, and infrastructure to the very highest food safety standards, making the country perfectly placed to serve the food needs of generations to come.